So this is going to be a video I'm going to do in between some of these videos that I'm doing to hopefully help you guys out. Now I got to tell you something. A lot of people have asked me this question: what do you think about AI mastering? And then you see these videos that are coming out where dudes are talking about um, just all kinds of stuff. I mean, they're talking about is this guy better than this guy, or is that guy better than this guy? And really, I do want to focus on AI mastering. I just got done walking my dog. You can still see the sweat on my face. So he's in the back of the room. I wish I could put a camera on him. But AI mastering, I would say this: as far as technically it's concerned, I mean a technical process like multi-banding a vocal or EQing a certain sound or creating a sound out of a genre, knowing what frequencies to lift and what frequencies not to lift. The same common see I work from feedback, and I've been very fortunate. I thank God that I have that he has given me the ability to really tap in to something that I think's deeper. It's on a deeper level. And I think when somebody's sitting in the recording booth and they're like spilling their guts, and I mean in a good way, and they're creating an atmosphere, and they're bringing joy to people, and their words are like piercing you. There's certain frequencies that we can emphasize that I don't think AI attempts to emphasize. I don't think it finds that human side of it. I don't think it finds the connection side of it. So on screen here, I want to show you something. I want to give a huge shout out to Rupert Neve. That's like my whole right side of my rack, and I can attest to you that doing summing, there was an artist around this area, awesome artist. His name's Michael Weber. Shout out to him. Hopefully, we can get him on a podcast. But he's a really incredible artist. Freddie DeMarco, I always talk about, incredible artist, and we have these conversations. Um, Amazing people I get to work with all over the place. So I don't want to like leave somebody out. But the reason I brought up the Michael Weber thing is we were mastering his record, and I really felt like something magical happened. I started to sum through these two top channels. Then we had him separated out, and we did all eight stereo stems, and then I brought that back in, and why I'm giving homage to Rupert Neve, there was something special that happens in between the tracks, and it's more than just. It's almost like that feeling like I can't put my finger on it, but it sounds a lot better than it did, and you can really hear the playing, you can really hear the depth to the point where I think Michael mixed this thing so when you turn your iPhone sideways, the record was called Stereogram, and it's like this holographic image started to take shape on the iPhone. And I was like, that's a happy mistake. Just the summing did that. Do I think AI mastering is going to do that? Probably not, because that's something between two humans that really went beyond our own skill. And it's really funny because I still to this day believe in a lot of external hardware to master. Now, don't get me wrong. If you have a song and you don't have the budget, I plan on doing a video where we're going to talk about mastering and how you could get a level and maybe turn out your songs. But there has a lot to do with conversion, a lot to do with the clocking, a lot to do with the amplifiers, a lot to do with the EQ process and what EQs, a lot to do with, harmonics and understanding this. So when somebody comes to me, the one thing I always hear, let me go back to full screen here. But the one thing I always hear is, "Oh, it was all right." I've heard that so many times from people that sent their stuff off to get it mastered um, through AI. Now, here's what I do think AI is really good at. So I don't think I'm knocking AI in this video. What I do think they're good at is creating tools that are easy to use. I got this D-Bleed plugin that we have to totally do a video on. It's from I believe it's Black Salt Audio, but we did a drum session over here, and I'm gonna tell you, man, when I did that drum session, the guy that I was working with, he's done tons of drum sessions. He was like, that plugin just saved me hours. And that lets us focus on more of the mixing, more of the editing, more of the compression, more of the fun stuff, more of the creativity. Without that plugin, we would have spent a whole day editing back drums, getting bleed out of it. Um, do I think AI is good at the technical? Yes, it's good at like putting a Spotify level on point. It's good at a lot of things. Okay, this is it can learn your patterns, your habits. I can see that becoming super beneficial when AI can like take your habits and start to like incorporate those habits. And I'm giving somebody an idea right now, but just to work or speed up your workflow. In the video world, I see, you can edit a script and just put up a video like that. What I don't think it does, though, is it gets past the core of our technical ability and it gets down to a person's genuine emotions. Like what I do when I'm mastering, I'm trying to find that. And you see, whether it's a band, whether it's a hip hop artist, there's some intent there. Now, if the song has no intent, I mean, yeah, maybe that would be the crowd to go to that. But if you're really like a serious artist and you spent all this time on your mix, I don't see it being there yet. I can see it there for probably, for I was talking to my buddy Freddie. You can see it going there for things like trailers and loop libraries and things like that. But creating that context, there has to be a originality. I work with his band. Shout out to Anthony, but he spends a lot of time on his music, and I mean, I could imagine it. Him spending, hour after hour doing all this stuff to his mix, and then just having a plug-in bring it up. You know, I see Logic Pro. I actually have the software, and I love the software, but the things that they're incorporating, I still think if it becomes an assistant, then it's going to be good. But once it takes over, I don't think it's going to be able to hit the heart of people. And that's my beliefs on AI. I just don't think that AI can do the things. And I'm gonna launch a second video and talk about some of the stuff you can do at home to master your own records. If you're looking for the AI thing, and yeah, you might be fine with it and say no, it's capturing everything I want. But I would say I I don't know if I spent a year and a half doing an album, I'd have a hard time sending it to a service that just masters it in 5 minutes. I don't see how I could do that. That's my 2 cents.